But seeing how pricing and the cost of everything is actually put into it in such a way that I would never have imagined before, how every item is actually detailed, has taken me from the thinking process of a one-celled amoeba to an open galaxy. It's absolutely blown my mind, how detailed the course is and how good Pete is with being able to help you understand the course and get you to where you need to be so that you can plug in your own numbers and make it all happen.
Hey guys, Pete here. Welcome to the Net Profit Pricing Program by HVAC Greatness. You're going to learn a lot here. So without further ado, let's dive in and we're going to talk about some of the things that you're going to glean from this program. First of all, let's start with the facts, okay? 75% of HVAC contractors unknowingly underprice their services. Let's not make that you, okay? Did you know that contractors spend an average of 5 hours per week recalculating estimates? You're doing the same job over and over and over unnecessarily. That's time that you could be spent elsewhere on your business. HVAC businesses with accurate pricing systems are about 32% more profitable on average, some of you much more. And contractors typically lose at least $10,000 per year with pricing errors, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of facts to support that pricing in HVAC is a problem. And we're here to fix that today. So let me just briefly introduce me. I'm Pete Ramsey, HVAC Greatness. I began in the HVAC industry in 1982. That was 42 years ago. Yes, I'm that old. I know I don't look it. I began in the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Fort Belvoir, Virginia. They taught me heating and air conditioning technology. I went on to be a service technician when I got out of the Army, very young, 22, I think, when I began. Moved with several companies. And when I was 26 years old, I started my own heating and air conditioning companies with no customers, no money, and no idea what I was doing, but I did it. Now, when you're thrown to the wolves like that, you either survive or not. So it was a big education, okay? So I did get my education with this School of Hard Knocks, but I also figured out that some of these old dudes, wink, wink, knew what they were doing because they had experience that they could share with me, so that I didn't have to make the mistakes that they did. So the first one I went to was a guy by the name of Ron Smith. Now, he wrote the book, HVAC Spells Wealth. Really good book. It changed my business completely. It got me so excited I started going to other training programs. I did go to financial training because I was not an accountant. I didn't understand this stuff either. And I started with Dr. Ron Collier. And then I went on to Ruth King. She's still around. She does really good work. And then finally, Wayne Atkins. He was the one that probably most influenced what I do here, and he's retired now, and I wanted to continue forward with what he taught me and many others. And we've expounded upon that so that we've got something that's really powerful for you. But I did test all of these different gurus, what they were teaching, including the accounting with my own business. I had 14 employees, and so I know what worked and I know what didn't work. And guess what? A lot of the pricing methods they taught didn't work. I'm telling you, I know it works. I've been through this. So after 10 years in business, unfortunately, I did go through a divorce. So I sold my business and I went on to work for the manufacturers, company like Lennox and Goodman, and then distributors that did equipment like American Standard and York. So I did that for a while, a little over 15 years, but I learned the manufacturing side, which has really helped me on this side, working with business owners. It's not what you think. So anyway, I'm a coach now, and I'm trying to help the new generation of HVAC business owners avoid the traps that I fell into, like those old dudes back in my day helped me. So let's move forward. This is what we're going to talk about in this program, the course overview. In this course, you're going to learn how your competition prices their services and why those strategies don't work anymore, and why you must avoid making their mistakes. Guys, the economy is changing, times are changing, and those systems were good for the stability of a certain time in a certain category, but not anymore. You're going to learn a simple intro to your accounting data so that we can extract what we need and able to gain the information we need for accurate pricing. Okay, it's not clean and neat. It's going to take a little bit of work sometimes to separate some of this stuff. But I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, we've got a ready-to-use tool and process for calculating your overhead. Even if you've never calculated it before and you're just getting started, we can help you with that. And we're going to break it up into categories that you need to accurately price your services and repairs, to accurately charge for changeouts and preventive maintenance, okay, and other categories as well. You'll also have a ready-to-use tool process for converting your costs of doing business into your own highly customized pricing calculator system. That's what this program is about. When you get done, your calculator is going to do the work for you, and it's going to be right. It's based on your numbers in your market under your circumstances, not just some blanket situation that you're trying to apply to everything. We'll also go through examples together. We're going to demonstrate multiple scenarios of each area so that you got a good feel for this and you understand it and you know what you're doing. Now, once we get on the other side, once you've implemented this, let's talk a little bit about life after net profit pricing. Number one, you will finally understand how to properly calculate your repairs, replacements, and maintenance agreements and enjoy the confidence that comes with certainty of knowing that you got it right. Number two, you'll understand the gap between, this is important, your costs of doing business and the market value so that you stop leaving money on the table in lost potential profits because you didn't know that. So once we get dialed in, you're going to know what you can afford to do the job for if you have to, but you're also going to understand how to apply that to market value so that you maximize your profit potential fundamentally. You're also going to understand how to leverage your strengths and advantages. We're going to discover those in this process. What is it that you've got that you can use based on these numbers to your advantage and win more work? So we want to give you that unfair advantage so that you can create a strategy around that, and you will frustrate your competitors because they won't know what you're doing. Okay, you're going to be able to win that bidding scenario and win jobs that you used to lose because you're going to understand your numbers better and what you have to do. You'll have a huge advantage going into new, inevitably tighter markets that the economy that we're facing here, because you'll be able to never lose money because you underbid a job. You'll know what your break even is, right down to the dollar. Or maybe you passed on work that you should have taken. You'll get a clear vision on that as to what work you need to go ahead and take and what work you need to go ahead and pass on. If you choose to use this program in this way, you'll be able to show transparency to your customers. Now, that's a big deal when it comes to boosting trust and gaining sales. And in a market where people don't trust very much, you may want to adapt this strategy. You'll also save huge amounts of wasted time on repetitive estimations. We talked about that at the beginning, freeing up you to work on what you need to work on, growing your business, getting out there doing what you're most profitable at doing. You'll be perceived as more honest, more credible, and you'll give clear, concise proposals with more excellent reviews, more customer referrals, and an overall elevated reputation. You'll quote faster, you'll build credibility faster, you'll impress customers deeper, and you'll secure more sales as a result. So in the course content, you're going to receive a price calculator for the equipment replacement, price calculator for the flat rate repairs, price calculator for the maintenance agreements. You'll receive a quota and projection calculator, something you probably not used before, but it's really easy. Don't worry. I'm going to take care of you on this. So we're going to make this, combined with this, make sure that you do make money. And you're going to receive all the training tools, examples, and so forth to customize your numbers in the above calculators. And it's recorded 24/7 at your convenience. You want to log in and just go in and review anything. It'll be there for you for future use. Now, I am throwing in a couple of bonuses here. You're going to receive a flat rate repair system that I call the level of service flat rate, complete with repair numbers, descriptions, and member versus pricing versus standard pricing. So you've got a member customer, they get a little discount. You got standard pricing. And this system, by the way, automatically calculates this whole thing once you set up your numbers. Click the button and it prints the entire price book. You'll also get a cookbook pricing system for your pre-price system changeouts, like a good, better, best option for your customer. We're going to have a system in there that you can press the button and it will price all of that for you based on the numbers that you set this up. And for now, we've got some templates over in Canva that we're creating, and you can go in and just take that and adapt that to your colors and your logos and customize that. But the cool thing is it looks professional and adds to your credibility. So now what? What you're going to have to do is make sure you're signed up for those live group trainings. And it's okay to go through the recordings first, but get in the live group trainings because you're going to get your questions answered there. You're going to, we'll show you how to set up all the tools, and we may have updates with new features and things like that. So, of course, there's no extra cost for that, but just be aware to check in periodically and see if there's some new videos announcing new updates to this tool because we're continuing to develop it. Again, you can watch these pre-recorded videos if and when you can't attend the live trainings, or in addition to, that's fine. You're going to be able to run your company's numbers through a system and begin calculating your pricing strategy right away today if you want to. And finally, you need to be reminded that the average contractor loses tens of thousands of dollars annually by improper pricing. So let's get started now, right? You're in the course. Let's get this done. Every job you start doing today could be either costing you money or making you money. If it costs you money, you won't get it back. Let's move now. Let's get it done. I'll see you on the next video. Welcome to HVAC Great.
I found Pete on HVAC Greatness on YouTube. Really liked his content and joined up. And the class has absolutely blown my mind. When I, in all the years gone by doing air conditioning, I would always wonder why at the end of the month I would come to a lot of the end of the month and very little money left, even though it seemed like we were pricing well. But seeing how the pricing and the cost of everything is actually put into it in such a way that I would never have imagined before, how every item is actually detailed, has taken me from the thinking process of a one-celled amoeba to an open galaxy. It's absolutely blown my mind, how detailed the course is and how good Pete is with being able to help you understand the course and get you to where you need to be so that you can plug in your own numbers and make it all happen. Pete, thank you so much. You're a scholar and a gentleman. Much appreciated.